The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
They bother to tell you who I am, why I'm doing this, or they just using you like they do everybody else?
All I know is you were big in Vietnam. I saw the highlights on television.
And you wouldn't have any fucking idea what it means to lead some of the finest men on God's earth into battle and then see their memory betrayed by their own fucking government.
I don't quite see how you cherish the memory of the dead by killing another million. And this is not combat. It's an act of lunacy, General Sir. Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
Hello everybody, welcome to the long-awaited collaboration between 2/3 of Seismic Cinema, or 2/5, depending what time you watch it, and us, What's the Script. How are we, boys?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having us on. Yeah. Absolutely buzzing to be on.
Fuck it.
Listen, do you know what? I'll go in these one by one because this could be fucking noisy. Christopher, my co-host, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fucking brilliant, mate. We're all here for the Fs and the C bombs and all these kind of bombs.
Yes, brilliant. I think we're going to guarantee that James might have a wee sweary word on him, or hammy peas he's been called tonight, isn't he, James?
I'll try to be my best behaviour, mate. I don't have the C's right enough, man, but the F's might be falling in at some point.
Cool.
And for a penny, and for a pound.
This is exactly it. And Paul, sir, how are you?
Ah, fucking delighted to be here. And I just like
Ladies
to
and
add,
gentlemen.
it's great to see Chris in good health, because every time Chris starts an episode, he's always got something wrong with him. So I'm happy to see he's in good health today.
I was actually at the dentist today.
Oh, never mind.
And off camera, he had a pizza for Asda, and it made him go to the toilet quite a bit earlier as well. So there you go. But listen, that was good to out him, man, because had a wee bit of a sniffle. So listen, noticeably, there's no Simon Pegg, peace lily loving, Hogwarts dwelling pal Colin on the pod, who I only found out an hour before we started recording had apparently said that he wasn't coming on. I call bullshit.
But he had said it because it's in the chat.
No, I'm not going back to look. It's not my fault I was steaming that night and didn't see it.
But Paul and James are graced us with their appearance anyway. And I think they're trying to do this thing. I think they're trying to move on without Colin.
Yeah.
That's right. By the way, boys, he's absolutely ripped him, that podcast. It's just right off the bat. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to even monologue what you said about him. It was totally underhand, and
Yeah.
maybe that's why he's not on the night.
If you just want it in a nutshell, it's just Viva la Revolution.
Now, this is you in a nutshell. Look at me. I'm in a bloody big nutshell. What am I doing in a nutshell? How do I get in this fucking nutshell? Oh, Jesus.
Austin Powers.
I know.
I thought we were actually all right, mate, to be honest with you. I think we were that bad ripping them. I thought we were quite gentle.
When you were ripping them, you were quite gentle. I like that. I fucking love that, actually. Do you know what? See, since he's not on the night, I think you get off lightly. I think he's fucking bang on, by the way. Colin, we love you, but disappointed, sir. So, boys, what's been happening with you before we get into the film and that? What have you been up to lately? How's the seismic soccer thing gone?
It's been alright. Seismic Soccer number 3's just released a couple of days ago. It's been pretty good. I hosted that one for a change. See, like when it comes to seismic cinema, like I say this all the time, but I'm like the parasite that just like hangs on. Like I just sit in the background just heckling away. So whenever I host, it's just an absolute shit show. But this one wasn't actually too bad. Quite enjoyed it. So Seismic Soccer number 3 was it. And we had our 100th episode where we did the Star Wars sequel trilogies movies, and we just kind of ran into that. So yeah, it was good. And me and James are just trying to usurp Colin. So it's been good fun.
So what were you discussing this week, James, on the Seismic Soccer? Because I've not seen it yet. It's obviously in my to-do list, but I generally podcast when I'm at my work and I'm off now, so I love to give you my full attention, you know what I mean?
Aye, and quite rightly so. No.
Sure, that was a teacher coming out in your ear, and rightly so. That's the class, correct?
Undivided attention. No, so we had financial fair play, talk about Everton, and any repercussions that might happen to Man City and that later on in the future, hopefully. There was we did a who's on the plane to Germany regarding Scotland squad. That was a interesting chat, to be honest with you. Some interesting picks from myself and Colin. We spoke about the Ballon d'Or, if Messi was the correct choice to win that. And the other topic was Haaland reaching the 50 goals. Being the fastest to score 50 goals in the Premier League history. So we had quite a few good discussions surrounding that. And always, I tend to go into tangents and talk about Rangers quite often, but I will play a good listen to that, mate.
You're a man after my own heart for my fucking sins, I'll tell you. Because obviously I've been listening. I thought your last episode before this one was top draw. And then obviously, as you know, on X and Twitter, whatever the fuck you call it now, I can't help myself but put in my wee ebb and all that because I love talking football. So keep it up, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Chris, what about you? Are you into it? You fell in love with the football, hadn't you?
Aye, fuck them, mate. They're all rats, every single one of them. Diving, cheating, money grabbing bastards. That's it. No, I mean, they're even talking about introducing sin bins now.
I heard. Can you imagine? It's meant to be, by the way, did you see what colour the card's going to be?
Orange.
Orange. Imagine that at Park Kid. Orange card. That'd be fucking right. So, listen, see if that takes off. We're going to be sitting like in 5-10 years going like that. Bastard! That's an orange card if ever I seen one, Dave. That's an orange card, that. Come on.
I mean, how do you even introduce that? No, I mean, how do you introduce that? No, I mean, what is it? A shot pulling? No, I mean, so he gets a maybe 3 in a game instead of 2. It's pandemonium.
It's an excuse to stop sending people off on it, I suppose. But guys, where is it? Tell the people where we can find you. What platforms can we get Seismic Cinema on? And what is your motto? I want to hear it on your podcast.
James, you can take it since you're the new guy.
The motto. So we are Seismic Cinema and Seismic Soccer. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as well, apparently. Don't use TikTok myself. I'm not cool enough for that. You can find us there. Our motto, we are Seismic Cinema. And we believe in the power of escapism. So tune into our pod, listen into our rabble in terms of movies, TV shows, and the new Seismic Soccer episodes. It's a variety of different topics, man. So it's not just Scottish football. It's any topic that kind of around the world that involves football that's maybe been in the news or maybe from past events that we can try and bring up again and relive the glory days to a certain degree. So,
by the way, that's well better than Colin does it.
Fuck Colin.
Colin's currently sitting in a cubicle in a restaurant somewhere like that.
I'm not going to introduce the sin bins on this podcast, by the way. That's an orange card right away, you.
Oh, Paul, you couldn't help yourself. It's an orange card if I've ever seen one.
When Colin hears this back, me and Paul are getting orange cards for sure. I'll tell you that one. So if you're listening, guys, watching on the old YouTube and that, then please check us out, man, because we could be doing with some subscribers and just help the channel grow. Thank you.
Aye, well done, mate. You're doing smashing. I absolutely love listening to you and all that. You gave me a wee buzz when me and Chris we did the same job. But by the way, Paul, we're no bus drivers, you know what I mean? But when we're doing our job that isn't driving buses, we like to listen to podcasts because see when you're driving a bus, I think that's frowned upon, you know, but
I don't know where I heard that, but oh god.
I can't even drive.
I can just imagine
You're
the emergency stop. You heard the Arsenal 11. What the fuck is that about?
On the bus, literally.
I know. Listen, he's only getting away with that. Don't get away with that.
Yeah, I didn't say it. I knew when he got right up, but
that Frenchman, Lauren, he's not happy because he changed his nationality and everything for his bastard.
Ben White's
anyway,
the boy.
Listen, very, very quickly, before we go into the collab movie review, which I'm sure everybody knows about anyway, is there anything I've been watching lately, Chris? Anything you want to give us a heads up about that you think we should maybe take a wee interest in?
Nah, I just went back to the old classics. I went on a Mortal Kombat binge. Watched the old two and then watched the new one. Tell you, mate, I'm walking about the house shouting fatality to everybody now.
Fucking ice cubes at people.
Have that, you bastard. Nah, nothing much. Just went back the way. What about yourselves?
What about you guys? What have you been watching? Anything you want to give us a wee heads up about? Anything good on the horizon?
Well, I've been watching, the Squid Game, the challenge on Netflix.
Aye, what do you think of
it? I've quite enjoyed it because you see worse people, like the real worse people. Like there's so many backstabbers in that, and we enjoyed it so much that my girlfriend Scarlett's trying to sign me up for season 2. So if things go well, maybe a year or two from now, I'll be sitting here with 4.56 million. I'll be jamming, get a few subscribers on the go.
That's it. Get yourself a better Wi-Fi connection, man. If you get that kind of money, I'll tell you. Listen, I started it and I kind of, when it got to the bunk bed bit, I just turned it off. I thought, this is a bit shit. What I did like was the very first game, red light, green light, when the wee explosion happened in their chest, as if they were shot, and they all got a pure fright, didn't they? I thought that was quite good. I saw there dead. It's like Wayne's playing fucking musical statues. Then the wee hand goes after their chest, they go, and then they lie down, all disappointed. Fucking brilliant. James, what about you, mate?
Dramatic, like giving it all like Platoon.
I've been watching the Doctor Who 60th anniversary episodes, special ones, man. So I'm a big fan of Doctor Who, Summer. So I've enjoyed them so far. Last week's Bluebell Yonder was much better than the first one. I just David Tennant's my doctor. So he is. So
you get an appointment?
He's
lucky bastard.
In the GP, mate. He's cracking, so he's prescribes you anything you want, mate, to be honest with you.
Drug dealer, is it?
Absolutely not. Moving on.
So seen a lot of Doctor Who traffic on X the last week, so I did. It was like every second post or something was Doctor Who, Doctor Who.
Aye.
It's just something I've no get into the new stuff, and I was kind of frightened in the old stuff. There was a wee middle bit there I liked, but it's something I'll get back to.
BBC iPlayer, man. So it is, and then the new stuff's good as well. But listening to Chats and Amis, wee shots on the episodes after they've been released, and he's got a good take on them all. But it's just Doctor Who, mate. I don't really, obviously the film we're reviewing tonight, and I'm watching Elf as well, actually, because we've got recording an episode tomorrow for first of our Christmas specials.
Oh, is that what you're doing, aye, Elf?
Elf and Home Alone 3.
Brilliant. I want to see you sitting with a big bowl of pasta covered in fucking syrup. That's what I want to see. So, that's great, guys. Before we, in fact, no, we shall move on. So, we got together a few weeks back there. We started the WhatsApp group. It says, right, get our heads together, let's fucking do this collab. And we kind of decided quite quickly what the film was going to be, wasn't it? We got it down to a narrow choice of two. Chris and I ended up doing the season finale for Highlander, which was one of the choices, and then we all decided to agree on 1996. 1996?
Aye.
That's new, 1996.
It was a bad case of
Michael
vomiting
Bay.
that year.
That was terrible. The Rock, starring Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris, David Moore, John C. McGinley, and another 30 brilliant people. The film, obviously, 75 million it took to make it and come back at a very prestigious 335 million pounds.
Aye. Cha-ching, they call that. Cha-ching. But what was it for that? See if this didn't do well, we wouldn't have seen all the Transformer films.
No. Or Con Air.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye. And the abundance of
1980s.
slow motion.
When were you born, Chris, again?
92.
92. So you were sitting in the cinema at 4-year-old watching this.
Aye. Watching people getting shot and stabbed and turning into, don't know, lasagnas practically. See that wee guy in the start in the big fridge?
Oh, aye.
Oh,
Mr.
aye.
Bubbles.
I like that lasagna. I was calling them cheese and toast curtain. Lasagna's better, aye.
Shit. Aye. Aye, but Michael Bay, apparently he wasn't the first choice for this either. No, looking at Tony Scott to do it. Which, again, it's a film that's right up his street, I'd say.
Aye, but I suppose that's Michael Bay's first film.
I think it might have been his first major film.
First major one, aye, because
after this, it was
obviously we've seen
Armageddon and all that.
a bit of trivia where Disney, Warner Bros. And that weren't happy with my Tom, halfway through it. Said that they didn't see where it was going and budget was getting a bit out of control and they wanted to summon them to fucking Disney Castle. You know what I mean? And he met Sean Connery on the line. Sean Connery just played golf and where are you going there, Michael? Go and get my bus kicked, Sean. Go up to see the bus, man. I'll come with you. Yes. And apparently Connery went in with him to the meeting and told all the directors, leave that wee prick alone. He's doing a good job there. You know what I mean?
Or you'll get a little slap.
Aye. So that was brilliant, man. But Michael Bay, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I enjoy Michael Bay. Quite sure you've got a lot of time for him, Chris.
I've got a lot of time. He's got a vast body of vodka, boy.
Where were you in
yous?
96, James?
What's that, mate?
Where were you in 1996?
It was in 96. I was in Primary 7.
Yeah.
Primary 7, mate. So I was in the cinema in Primary 7 watching the film. I was watching the lasagna cooking getting trapped in. No, I was in primary school, mate, at the time, so I'm a wee bit older than Chris. Yeah, I didn't watch a film until the secondary school. Second year, probably. Before I started watching it, and you just quote it like David.
Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. Paul, what about you? When's the first time you watched it?
Oh,
Yesterday?
what was it? I was on. Nah, this is like one of my favourite movies of all time. I don't know when I watched it first. It was probably about 10 or 11 or something. I'm a 90s guy. I'm 91 when I was born. But it was one of these films that I watched like dead young. My dad was like late at night, he's like, "Here, I'm gonna watch this," and yeah, loved it ever since. Some of my podcasts, I like my kind of like military movies and stuff. with action, like I'm there. And this one was just like ramped up to 12. Like it's just crazy. Like some of the action stuff, and like when you see Michael Bay's movies now, you see where he started off from, and you can like, yes, it's a Michael Bay movie. Just anything that can explode will explode, or just like daft things that shouldn't be there will just be there as an obstacle and stuff. It's just funny seeing it back. You're like, yeah, that's Michael Bay, all in. But
Aye.
90s,
He's one of the directors, isn't he? You could turn on like the telly and see a film you've never seen before, and see 4 scenes and say, "That's Michael Bay," can't you? Because it's got to have slow motion, a flapping American flag. What else, Chris? What else do you say?
Just
something that shouldn't explode.
Well, see, even if you look at the car chase in this, it is literally a Transformers film. There's, like Paul said, stuff exploding that shouldn't explode, like a mailbox. You know what I mean? There's 20 motors all flipping, spinning in the air, fire everywhere, concrete's getting shot up into the air. It's just pandemonium.
I think that's why Michael Bay get pulled up though, because that car chase, because he shut down San Francisco but for longer than meant to have happened, and they weren't happy with him. And then, as you say, Craig, he brought in Sean Connery to calm it all down. You know what I mean? But I think that was part of the reason why you brought in, because of that car chase scene. That was at the start of the film.
Aye, because apparently it was like it was like a logistical nightmare or something. It's like 93 signatures.
Is this your first job, son?
Great part, man. We want to talk to you about this logistical nightmare. I see the guy on the tram. Bitch, my honey, my darling, talking to his tram.
It's a nice tram. It's a nice tram.
But for a wee explosion, it goes about 40 feet in the air.
Disney off, mate.
Do you think Michael Bay sits when he's about to film something and he's like playing with his Legos? I want the red blocks to go up that way.
That is, but it's true, man. And then the wee black guy rolls at it after it, doesn't he? So, I'm still alive, know what I mean?
Aye.
See, let me ask you, James. See, as a plot goes, right? General Hummel, his plan, and why he's done it. Do you think it's like a good one? Do you think it's feasible?
I mean, I can understand the reasoning behind it. You know what I mean? I think the whole scene at the start of the film, where he goes to the graves and he basically, what he does, he takes his badge, his Medal of Honor off it, didn't he? And puts it at the grave. Basically him saying he's not a man of honor anymore. He's going to have to go against everything he's pledged allegiance to in order to try and get the debts paid that the government didn't. I think it's a cracking plot. Whether if I agree with it or not is another question, I suppose. But I think the plot in general and where they use Alcatraz is a way that they could launch the rockets that they couldn't access. They would have to go, underwater, as we find out, to get there. It's quite remote in that regard, and so I think it was a good location for him to make the attacks. I enjoyed the plot, mate. To be honest with you, I
100% agree with you.
I think it's plausible. I think like that could easily happen. You know what I mean? So it's
totally agree with you, mate. I think it's banging. I think it's a fucking banging plot. The only thing I've got a problem with, right, is he goes. You're right. It does. He goes to the funeral for all his men, and then he goes to his wife's grave, right? Why is his fucking wife buried with soldiers and that? You know what I mean? Was she a soldier?
His wife was Rambo.
No. Do you know who his wife is? What's his name, right? General Hummel. And her name is Barb Hummel. And apparently, if I read it right, Barb Hummel was an heir to the empire of the Hummel sports goods factory. And she was actually assassinated for losing the contract with Rangers. So there you go.
I was pure intrigued there, lads.
Barb Hummel ate a bullet. No sooner had it been called the Hummel Training Centre than she was fucking dead.
And
But
that's
no,
that's where you get the bars. It's not actually bars of honour. It's just chevrons.
Aye, she was part Danish, apparently.
Put that man. Oh man.
Aye.
See, like Alcatraz, as you were saying there, brilliant location. It's one of the places. I've never been to America, right? I thought I was going up till I was 40, and then my wife says to me I'm pregnant with twins. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I've never gone to America till I'm in my 60s, but I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Alcatraz, man. I think it looks amazing, man.
Same.
Lads, you can go to the jail here. It's cheaper.
Can you imagine that? A Scottish
nicer.
version of The Rock. Alright, welcome to Barrel.
Get a tour of Barrel. What kind of fucked up tour is this?
I know. Wouldn't have to have VX gas, it would be fucking launching rockets full of buckets full of jobbies. How about you, Paul? What do you think? Do you think it was the plan, the plot, and all that? It just kind of synced in good?
I thought so. Because I think it's one of our first episodes, actually. We talked about the movies and TV villains, and General Hummel was actually quite high on my list. Because he's not your kind of traditional movie villain, but he's always like, right, I'm not going to hurt, like, I'm the tourist, so I'm not going to hurt you, you know, you'll be fine. He didn't want to shoot the SEALs and all that kind of stuff, but I think there's a plan overall. Like he was saying at the start, it was like, was it poise, precision, and audacity? So I think as a plan as a whole, like they completed their objective. I don't know if he ever thought they would actually escape, because like in movies and all that and TV, like they never get away like they're meant to. I think maybe he was just kind of holding out to get the money, and then dispersing it to the families or something maybe. And then I don't know if he thought he was going to get out after that, but I think as a plan, it was really good, because although I don't know how you'd be able to keep the families, like the families tourists under wrap. I don't know how they'd be able to keep that hush hush for so long. To say, oh, a boat broke, they're there for like 3 days.
True.
But other than that,
like
yeah, it was a great. I think it was a great plan.
Aye. Chris, you like a baddie just for being a baddie, didn't you? But Hummel isn't really a baddie, you know. He's vexed, to use one of your words, isn't he? He's gave everything. He's gave his life, gave his blood, gave his sweat, gave his tears, gave his fucking men, gave his wife to America, and he's not been rewarded for it. Do you know what I mean?
It's a just cause. And I actually think it's Michael Bay having a dig at the American government, because they're talking about this compensation money coming from illegal arms deals. So, and Michael Bay is all for the military in America. That's how you always get the American flag in every film and stuff like that. But I think he was just having a pop at the American government as well. Like you've got the money there for arms deals, but you're just going to forget about people that serve their country and all this. Plus, the FBI series agencies, they don't come off well in it either. So it's like,
No, very fuck. No.
It's like a pelter into all the bad things associated with America, I'd say.
Well,
A soldier's point of view, anyway.
Half his team don't come off very well in the end up either. It turns out they're just mercenaries and they want the fucking dough. But I don't notice it at the time, right? But the thing with Hummel is when you watch the film back a couple of times, then you see at the very start when he steals the VX gas, it doesn't kill the troops. It darts them. I never noticed that for fucking a long, long time.
By the way, they are the most protected anal beads on the planet. I mean, come on. Right, whose idea was that design?
Well, it says it yourself, it's a complex peril configuration which is extremely unstable. So they're designed to fail, I suppose. Fuck with them, they're draping, know what I mean?
And for butt pleasure?
And they glow in the dark.
Shelty.
Oh no, aye. But like you said in the chat, see just the opening scenes. Obviously, after the general goes to the colonel goes to the graveyard. It's pure action. Get these anal beads in it.
And if you don't know what I thought about regarding the anal beads, if you look at Craig's background, you'll see the green shiny things behind him.
I was like, you can start to tell us.
Oh, fucking hell.
Aye.
See, the introduction of the characters, right? We first see Stanley in his lab, and he gets called very quickly in to fucking deal with a package and all that with his mad trainee guy. Even that's fucking tension building, and he's fun a case, and the wee guy starts doing that with the doll and all that, and then he starts eating the suit, the gas and stuff. It's fucking brilliant. It's just non-stop. I think an hour goes by before we meet Mason. Know what I mean?
Aye. That was the cockroach's first day on the job.
A good quote there though as well. The mad trainee guy was like, what he get given the big needle. He's like, "You want me to shove this thing into my heart? Are you fucking insane?"
I know. But listen, but see that quote, James? You're like that. Does she know about this? She's just getting taught. Is she know like a biochemist? Does she know this has to happen?
Just an apprentice. He's learning on the job.
Aye, it's like a soldier.
Hey,
Down
Dad,
the barrel with a gun.
putting it in my heart, Dad. Quickly go into some favourite scenes, Paul. Enlighten us. What's your favourite? What are your favourite scenes in the film?
Well, it's got to be the best shower scene outside of a dirty movie. It's got to be the shower scene in Alcatraz when the SEALs finally get into the middle of the prison, and they quickly turn out they've been caught in a trap by Dr. Cox and his clever wee.
Is that when Michael Biehn says "stand fast" about 13,000 million times?
Yeah, stand fast. I will not give that order. I think he's so like. I think just between the two, like it's just like so much tension, and like it gets the people going, and then it just all hell breaks loose because one guy knocks a brick off the wall. I think you think they're going to make it because General Hamill's like giving them every chance to like kind of stand down, and they don't. But I think that bit's just like amazing, especially the music as well, because I think the music throughout the whole film is really good, and they kind of play the same beats throughout, but the music along with the kind of slow mo, along with the action that's happening, is really good. And for a long time, I was always thinking like, it was a bit rubbish. Like all the SEALs got killed, and like the Marines were fine. Those SEALs must have been terrible. And it wasn't until years later I looked on YouTube or something, and there's actually you can see a couple of Marines dead. Like there's one hanging over the wall. It's been shot and stuff, so they did take a couple down with them. But that's probably my favourite scene, the shower scene.
That's good because I suppose for the I don't know, maybe I don't mean to say this, but a day the kind of dumber audience, that's the faction in it. That's the conflict. You know what I mean? Two people trained the same way, brought up the same way, same beliefs, but they've got to fucking go at one another when they don't want to go at one another. Michael Biehn, I think Michael Biehn's fucking tremendous, and he's just been the only one to survive that, right? Because he's just a great actor, man. But Hummel, he wouldn't have gave the order to fire, but it had to happen for the film to progress.
I read a fun fact about that scene actually. See the guy, the actual Navy SEALs behind him. They were actually really Navy SEALs. They were real like Marines. And when I read it, he was like nervous talking to them. He's like giving them orders and things like that. But he's just an actor, and they're actually Marines. So I found that quite interesting. They actually hired Marines for the film.
That's right.
We don't really have any talking parts. They're just there for.
They're probably going, shut the fuck up, Michael.
Aye.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Because
We
you
gave
killed
up
a
long
few
ago.
aliens.
We put our guns down. We'd
Tell you
surrendered.
what, I bet they were fucking impressed with Ed Harris, but I think Ed Harris in this is one of the most believable fucking characters in the whole film.
Oh, aye.
You could listen to him and say, aye, he's done 3 tours. He's come home, kissed his wife and says, I'm going back in. You know what I mean? He's done it. He's been there. He's fucking...
It's going back into the war zone. I mean, this could mean different things.
He's drank wine in the graveyard, that guy. He knows his shit.
See, when he's on the
James,
sat phone
what's
to the
any other
Pentagon. Sorry.
Aye.
When he's on the sat phone
Sorry.
at the Pentagon, I feel like when he's talking, it's like, I'm on this guy's side. I want him to win. I don't want the Americans to win. I want General Hull to win.
Well, that's that. That's like, because the people he's gone up against are already the wee guys in suits that haven't served and all this stuff, know what I mean? They're just making these mad decisions.
Aye.
Here comes a USAFs of fucking America.
Exactly. My favourite scene, Craig, well, I don't say my favourite, but one of the most ones I laugh at is when they go to the morgue and they kill the first guy and he knifes him. And so he's lying there and they're trying to get the anal beads outside out the rocket.
Chris has planted a seed in your head.
So we've started, mate, so we'll finish it, you know what I mean?
As long as I didn't plant a bead in his ass. That's kind of
so he's trying to get the chip at the rocket, but he's going to take the beads out and that, and then as Nicolas Cage, Goodspeed is taking them out, the body's lying twitching, and he goes, "You've been around a lot of dead bodies, haven't you?" And he goes, "Aye," and he goes, "Is that normal?" And he's like, "Can you do something about it?" And he goes, "What do you want me to do? Kill him twice?" No, he goes, "Kill him again. Don't you kill him again?" So that is a good scene, so it is, because it just brings a lot of humour to it. I think Sean Connery brings a lot of humour to this film, but in a serious tone at the same time. Because obviously he's pretty much James Bond, isn't he?
Well, there's a good bit of trivia about that. A lot of the reference was deliberate to his character of James Bond, but it was signified into one film. It was Never Say Never Again, which wasn't part of James Bond canon, apparently, because Ian Fleming never wrote that. So even though he was Bond in it, it's never deemed as part of the Bond trilogy, but there's about 10 references in there that reference him being fucking James Bond. So you're right, mate. Good point. Really good point. How about you, Christopher? Anything else you want to highlight?
I'm running about the same scene as James. I just think it's funny how it goes for Mason being the guy in charge. Like, shut up, sit there, blah, 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 blah. And then see when it comes to the bomb disassembling, it's the roles are switched and he turns into the wee deer in the headlights. You know what I mean? But
that is brilliant, because when Stanley starts getting a bit serious, don't drop that, and you just see Sean Connery's face just turn into a wee boy, didn't he? Just going, oh. It's like, let go, and there's a way to let go. That's fucking brilliant.
You're going to get turned into a human lasagna here, boy. Stand still.
Like, as he's taking it out, he's explaining process by process about this shit does to you. And just Connery's acting and just a facial expression is great. Just, it does that. What happens? Who am I? Where are we? What happened? I mean, don't drop that shit. You're right, mate. It's brilliant.
That's like me describing my hangover. Skin bubbles.
more or less. There's even fucking one of the most famous speeches in it is the prom queen shit in it when they go to split up, and he says, "Have you got this? I'll do my best. Your best." Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. But then Stanley's line is, "Carla was the prom queen." Do you know what I mean? That's great. Because Connery just goes like after it. Oh, really? Oh.
Really? Really?
That's great, man. Just diffuses the prick. You know what I mean? He's been magnanimous. And it just diffuses him. It's absolutely brilliant.
See what how you were talking about Bond there? Apparently there's like a fan theory out there that Mason is James Bond. Well, you switched that fan theory off there. But apparently he is jailed, right? And they're using, like, see the name James Bond? It is a name all spies use. Because apparently, for the time he was arrested and jailed, works out about the same timeline as one of the James Bond films.
Aye. Where were you 10 minutes ago when I said that? Never say never again. The film was called Never Say Never Again.
Well, I did say it again, all right, mate.
Aye, you did say it again, you big fucking cheeky, cotton looking motherfucker. Aye, that's what I said, mate. There's 10 references to it, and they all tie in. So even when the wee guys fucking pull up his file, who is this guy? He's from Glasgow. Glasgow. No, I heard of that, Davey. You heard of that Glasgow. Glasgow.
But have you any favourite characters in the film?
Oh, wait, Craig, what's your favourite scene?
My favourite scene, as I said, I liked the your best speech. But scene-wise, I don't know, they're just all smashing. It just never stops. Before we even get to Alcatraz, the fucking car chase is amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Even just the patter, and the wee guy says to Stanley, "Oh man, you fucked up your Ferrari." And he goes, FBI, use your fucking mic, you know what I mean? It's great. So that's a great scene. Even in Insurgents Underwater looks fucking smashing, and Stanley's never been underwater. He can't work his fucking act along and all that. I don't think there's scenes. I think the movie as a whole, I think the actors just fucking make it all brilliant. It's all a semblance into one, you know what I mean? Great. Character-wise though, Chris, you were asking. Paul, who's your favourite character in the whole big film in that?
I was going to go for Mason.
Can you just hear him?
Oh, I can't hear him. His Wi-Fi's away. No paid the bills.
Not good. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you at parts, mate.
Can you see me? Can you see me now?
Got my stare. Slap your missus.
I'm the bogus gas man.
Have the Wi-Fi.
Aye, so I was going to go for Mason because apparently he was meant to be James Bond. Don't know if you knew that or not. Nah, I'm going to go for I would have to go for General Hummel. It has to be General Hummel. I think he's the best character in the whole movie. Like you're saying, he's believable in the character that he's playing, and he's the best kind of bad guy doing bad things for good reasons. And you know what? I can get behind him. Like, see if I could quite easily just like, you know what? Let him away with the money. Let him have a good ending. Let the families get the money. I'd be happy with that. So yeah, General Hummel would be my favourite character for the movie.
He's the American Guy Fawkes, isn't he? I can see that, mate. I'd get behind him and all. I like him. I'm champion the cunt. What about you, Chris? What's yours?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go Mason. Be fucked if I'm joining me used terrorist sympathisers there. Rockets in this innocent city. Nah, I'm humble as well, mate. Like he says, I could get on board with his cause, and really, his whole thing is a bluff. Anyway, he really no intention of harming innocent people or servicemen or anything like that. So, aye, he's a good egg that just got in with a bad crowd, I'd say. But aye, what about
James.
yourself?
Me? Well, I know what I know why you've said Hubble. Like his character's believable. He says all the right stuff. His dialogue's fantastic in it. Just if you think about it, though, the characters in the film, there's not a lot really. Like with dialogue, I don't think anyway. So there's a lot of people in there, but the main ones, I don't think are a lot there. I don't want to go Hubble. I want to change up a wee bit. I'm going to go Mason. I'll go obvious. Go Mason. I think I said before anyway, he's very humorous. Even in the bit where they bring him back from the prison and he's sitting in the FBI kind of room, he knows that there's people behind the glass. And then it's just what he says. He says somebody, but it's like the guy who plays for the Red Sox or something like that, and he hits and he says, that's the chap. It's just his dialogue's very funny. He's obviously very talented. He's 65-year-old and he's still putting people in the buzz, know what I mean? So
that fucking you're right, mate. See that whole debrief hotel stuff, it's fucking brilliant.
Aye.
Even he's in the shower. Your flowers in your hair. He's got the fucking soap in the rope. He's still
San
planning
Francisco.
that, brilliant. Because you're right on what you say. There isn't a lot of characters, but everybody in the film plays their part superbly. Even fucking see Womack, that wee
Aye.
dick. He's brilliant in it. Even when he gets dragged back up half the balcony. I got my fucking eye on his socket, you picture.
You fuck. I know. He's a wee weasel, a guy, isn't he? But he's good. He plays the character well, I think. Womack. Womack, you piece of shit.
Piece of shite. They're not great. Fucking even the wee hairdresser. Fucking killing in the lift. You know what I mean? Don't kill me. I just want to know. Did you like your haircut?
Aye, I've got to go Mason. I don't know if I'm going to go through different favourite quotes and stuff later on, mate, but I'll save it for the end. But Mason for me, mate, definitely. I'm going to give a wee kind of shout out as well to the wee guy in the Hummy as well. When Sean Connery steals his Hummy at the start of the film.
That's even class.
He phones Sean Connery and then what? Oh, so that's a good scene too, man.
Because it starts ringing and Connery's just obviously, what the fuck? What's that? And then, hello, no, yes, I've got your Hummy. I'm only borrowing it. But then it just obviously goes full Jack Bauer and decides, I can find my daughter here. But in interest of diversity, I'll go for Stanley because it just shows that geeks can be fucking rock stars. You know what I mean? He gets put into an impossible situation. There's no end about, but his knowledge and his love for his missus, who he knows is on the island, pregnant with his missus, pregnant with his child. He's got to save the day. He's got to help save the day. So it just, if she wasn't there, you think maybe he would have shot out it, but he's got no choice. And his partner's electric. It's top tier Nicolas Cage. It was done at the same time as The Rock. Sorry, this is The Rock. At the same time as Face Off. And it was at peak of his powers. And then it's just before he took a pure dip and started picking shite films and making dodgy investments and stuff like that. So I think he's great in it, man. Nicolas Cage, and I think Stanley Goodspeed, fucking Merlin Hodges' own. even at the end, man, when he does Mason a solid and tells Womack and all that, vaporised. You know what I mean? Brilliant.
Guess you've put in the feels that wee bit, didn't it?
You love the feels, didn't you, bastard?
Totes the mosh.
I want to talk to you. I should have said this at one of my favourite scenes and I forgot all about it. I want to talk to you about it, but see when Mason gives himself up, he says, right, you go and find the fucking last 2 rockets. I'm getting in here. He walks in, meets Hummel. And him and Ed Harris have this fucking tremendous dialogue, don't they? It's absolutely brilliant. Because even when he says, you'll address him, big Brutus at a fucking Green Mile, you'll address him as General, sir. It's like, yes, General, sir, prick. It just says, it just counteracts every one of Hummel's fucking rebuttals by saying, this isn't combat, it's an act of lunacy, General, sir. Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
It's a great quote. And that bit of dialogue you're talking about as well, mate, is like he's as I heard you were big in Nam, I saw the highlights on TV.
Yeah, I saw the highlights.
Oh my god. That's the bit where he's got the hospital.
Any other good quotes, Paul?
So many. Just try
him up, did you? That's not cool.
I don't know. When they're talking about the. Oh no, we actually said it when we were talking about when they're in the gas chamber, and the guy was going to stick the atropine in his heart. I was thinking that, but I forgot we already said that. And then I think one of the ones is when Mason's fighting the guy, and I can't remember what room it was, and he's like, "Hey, English prick, you know my old man was Irish." And then he up strangling my chain.
See that, by the way, when that guy says to him, "Did I ever tell you my old man was Irish?" Like, mate, I've just met you. When would you have told me that?
That scene really irritates me. That scene really irritates me though, because like he's no English at all. Like, why you even got an English accent? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand it at all. It's like he's so far away from England, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? So I don't know why you've said it. So that pisses me off to no end. The coat lopan.
You seen his Ranger top underneath his black jacket?
It's a Scottish thing. What are you doing, Chris?
What?
Spending his anal beads.
That's just up there, mate. No beads, I'm stuck. They're stuck. For the police.
See, I didn't even know Chris was on this because his screen's been blank for me this whole time. I've not even seen him once today.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Oh. Aye.
You've done well there pretending.
I think Zoom's done me dirty.
Aye.
What's it bad? It's recorded on this, so it'll show up.
Aye. Quotes for me, again, it's Mason, and he's telling Godspeed about his day in prison. And it's just like, what is it he says? Usually my day consists of avoiding gang rape and the shovels. It's less of a problem these days. I must be losing my sex appeal. I mean, it's fucking... Oh, what do you say to that?
Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. The other one as well was at the very end when Stanley's got fucking Candyman in the lighthouse. Do you like Elton John's Rocket Man? I don't like that namby-pamby shit. Well, that's strange because you're him. You're the Rocket Man. Scooby-Doo moment. You know, right out with a rocket, man.
It's good.
That's brilliant.
Wait, see the other last wee henchman at the end, the wee soldier that Godspeed puts the one of the beads in his mouth.
Oh, jaw guy. The jaw.
See, at one point, he just starts like making animal noises. Ah, ah.
Don't be wrong, I think Hummel wanted to fucking do him in a noise, just lying on that cot, and he's... The hour is approaching, General Sir, and the racket has not yet been deployed. 10 minutes to fucking money comes into our account, sir. I'm well aware of it. Corporal. Captain. It's just him and Candyman are pure bastards, man.
Captain Fry and
Tony
Captain
Todd.
Darrow.
Aye. But the other wee guy that's at the end, he's fae old dad's, isn't he? What's his name again?
Can't mind.
Sergeant Crisp. Joaquin Woodbine.
That's it.
I haven't seen him in ages. I think I've seen him in this. I think that Devil movie with the elevator. And then Old Dads. I think that's the only three things I've ever seen him in.
Aye.
He's been in loads. He's been in the... It was in the remake of fucking... I know you poo it. Total Recall remake. He was the Harry in the new one. He was the drunk pal, know what I mean?
Oh, so he was. That's right.
By the way, I just don't want to watch it.
I forgot about that.
Who's your own here? The new Total Recall's fucking good, by the way.
Nah.
I didn't mind it.
I'm not going to waste my time.
I didn't mind it at all.
For it not being a carbon copy of the story of the first one, visually and action-wise, I thought it was fucking smashing. And I don't mind wee Colin Farrell. I think he's all right.
Aye, don't get me wrong, innit? The technology and the effects and the world and all that stuff.
The horn on it.
Aye, but I mean, it was like it went like Minority Report way. You know what I mean? It just copied other things.
Last film
Kate
that is.
Beckinsale was fucking cut the boot, man.
Aye, but that's what I mean. It doesn't get points because you get a fucking hard on.
This, because I regularly don't get a hard on anymore. So it gets me points.
And that brings us to our sponsor, Viagra.
That brings us to our sponsor, which is every third advert on your fucking Instagram. Gummies. Take these gummies. Anyway, in closing, guys, is there anything you want to bring up that we've not touched on, scene-wise or actor-wise or anything like
that? How did you just feel about the end? Like when they're running away from the church. I thought just end compared to like the
Mate, you're fucking so breaking up, I can't hear you. I don't know if Christian.
But it's like everybody wants a wee happy ending. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, Mason. I would have maybe liked to have seen where Mason went after it. You know what I mean? But
did you know read up about the sequel? The sequel was...
That just sounds awful. That just sounds awful.
Does sound awful, actually.
If anybody doesn't know, the idea was for the government to then be chasing Godspeed because he gets the wee film at the end. You know what I mean? But nah.
Then he finds John and asks him for his help, didn't he?
Aye. No, I mean, it would have been poo-poo.
Sounded a bit implausible, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? He's meant to be going to find this guy that's vaporised on the island, do you know what I mean? Ah, it's yourself, Stanley. Welcome.
Aye.
Cup of tea.
But in a way, you see the ending, I think it kind of works. Like, Mason gets away and he gets his wee happy ending. And then obviously Godspeed. There's that Viagra again. But and obviously Godspeed goes away with his missus and it's a wee happy ending. They're obviously happily married and they're going to have their wee family and all this, but unless you wanted Hummel to win, in which case Hummel rides off into the sunset with millions and know what I mean?
He was never going to win. He made his point. I think he publicly made his point, and I think maybe everybody won. Hummel gave up his life for the veterans' families to be paid. Hopefully. Do you notice the guy? See the guy he was conversing with that was in the Pentagon? Harrow and Frank, that prick.
Aye,
He was the baddie in fucking Lethal Weapon 3, wasn't he?
aye,
The armor piercing bullets.
aye. I think he was the baddie in Zorro as well. you laughing at
Antonio
my childhood there,
Banderas?
James?
As well.
That Antonio Banderas? Zorro.
Aye, aye. I'm sure he's Catherine Zeta's stepdad or something. He's up to any good,
He's in
that
Hot,
bastard.
Hot Fuzz as well.
So he is.
Aye.
So he is.
Tony Hopkins.
Aye. But by the way, I know. See, obviously for these things, you go into like, deep dives for trivia and stuff. Now, I don't know how true this is. Deeper, sir, deeper. That's the game. Tarantino was apparently an uncredited writer for this film.
Aye.
Don't know how
Strange
true
that,
that
innit?
is. Yeah?
That's strange, that, innit? Obviously, wasn't he? Well, Reservoir Dogs is what, 94? 2 years before it.
I think so.
So, it's not as if he's a wee young whippersnapper that helped the writers, you know what I mean? You'd
Aye.
have thought if he had any part to play in this, he would have been fucking credited for it.
Aye. See, I wasn't sure of it, but it was out there, so I thought I would mention it. If anybody's
you're
anything to say about it, round the back of the back sheds there.
It's Michael Bay's favourite film as well.
True. True.
I've got a few scenes that might be questionable. I don't know if you might agree with me here, but see, initially when they go into Alcatraz and Sean Connery has to go through the furnace, he's got the time on. He's got to roll through the flames. If Alcatraz is shut down, why the fuck are they on? I don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? There's the habitants in
No.
Alcatraz.
Yo.
So
You're
should have
right.
just aye. So that kind of upped me a wee bit. And there's also a scene as well where the Marines are chasing the Godspeed and Mason down the shaft. Is it a shaft? I can't remember now. But it's like in like the anyway, the Marine throws a grenade. Right, Marines are meant to be, they use these weapons quite often, I reckon. And he just throws the grenade into the actual kind of metal tub, like a better word, that he's in. Now he knows there's a time delay on the grenade, so he just tosses it in, and it allows Goodspeed to throw it back to him, and he runs away because it's going to explode. Shouldn't he pull the pin, wait a couple of seconds, then throw it, and then Goodspeed will die then, surely? Do you know what I mean? I just wee things
You're
Uh,
right.
like that. It just pissed
I
me
forgot
off.
about that. That pure Indiana Jones Temple of
Aye.
Doom bit.
That's what I
in the
mean.
mines and all that.
Aye, that's the bit I'm
Good
talking
year. So,
That was excellent.
that bit actually gets to me as well. See when he sets Dr. Cox on fire.
about.
How does he then die? I mean, he's on fire, then he falls into water. Quite frankly, you've been put out, mate.
He doesn't fall very, very much. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, and also,
Doc-
sorry, go on, you go, mate.
no. You go.
Also, Dr. Cox came up with a wee kind of motion sensor thing that only him managed to, to make. So they would see him coming. They would see it coming, whatever. But yet they get to bypass it. How do they bypass it when this is custom made?
Aye.
No, they only bypassed the laser. They think they've bypassed it, but when the fibre optic hits the ball, the spring activates it. So it's a double whammy. It's designed
It's
to. It's designed to make them think that cutting off the laser's good, but it's not. That's why they're in the showers.
Captain Cox at his best.
Captain Cox. I see. He didn't even need the $1 million. He could have just patented that and got the $1 million himself.
Aye, exactly. Oh,
Fucking-
Jesus.
Fucking
should have been like
love
the Shark
John C.
Tank with that.
McGinley, by the way. John C. McGinley.
Freaking
is
laser
McGinley, by the way.
beams.
Aye. And obviously at the end as well, see when Godspeed, like, see when the missile hits the island and it goes flying into the water, you can see the big cable that's just
Aye.
spinning midair for no reason. Like,
You
why are
watched
you
on?
doing that? What?
What did you watch on?
What?
What did you
I
watch
watched
on?
it on the Hangme, the Blu-ray there. No, because I'm one of they guys. Don't want it all, but I'm going to stick it up. Hey.
Your Disney Plus didn't have the cable, so fuck you.
Oh.
Aye, it was good. Guys, what was your time? Aye. What we gave it out of 10? Paul, you first.
I'm going to give it a 9, I think. Only
High praise
because
indeed there.
I feel like Nicolas Cage's character confuses me a bit because it goes from like wimpy to action star to kind of like socially awkward to badass. Like he kind of flirty flops quite a bit, and it confuses me. I'm not sure I like it much. I think I'd rather him be one or t'other. He goes from like kind of social awkward in interviews and stuff, doesn't know what to say, to running through hotels, stealing Ferraris, stealing cars, running through windows at shops and stuff, and then he's been sick when he's been told he has to go to an island and stuff. I don't know. It gets me a wee bit. So 9 out of 10 for me, but I do love this film. It's one of my favourite films of all time.
I kind of
Like
get
how
what
you gave it a 9, but criticised why it only had a 9. That was good, mate. Well done. It could have been a fucking 12. If it wasn't for that wee prick. Didn't make his mind up. High praise, mate. A 9's high praise.
It
James,
would
what
have
you
been.
saying?
It's just that.
I can't know what you mean by that though, Paul, because like in the penthouse he asked for a gun. And it's like, you're a chemical freak. Why you want a gun? He's like, I'm a chemical super freak actually, but I still need a gun. And then 5 minutes later, he's Masons get Womack hanging off a building, and then Godspeed is away chasing Sean Connery as if he's Jack Bauer. You know what I mean? I just don't get that part of it because he's only had his FBI training, weapon training years ago. I reckon that's what it kind of alluded to, and now he's chasing this SAS operative Mason through San Francisco. I get that. I understand where you're going for, mate, in that regard. For me, mate, as well, I'm going to go for a 9. Somewhere. Just the wee bits that I said before just pissed me off a wee bit. I kind of get a 10. But like you, Paul, it's like ever since I watched it back in secondary school, in second year or whatever, man, it's like it was always one of the films I would always quote with my pals. Like the prom queen quote, you've got the person I think you're a fucking idiot quote. Even the bits of Mason Disney talk, he just gives a thumbs up and he's like, what does that mean? You know, it's just that wee bits like that, mate, as well. And aye, take up too much time. A 9. 9 out of 10.
Oh, you're alright.
Well, let's start from the start then.
It was the summer of 24.
With the flowers in your hair.
San Francisco. Nah, 9 out of 10, mate. My name changed by the way, aye. Back to Pete.
Aye, but it's kind of weird because his name's Cox, so it's Pete Cox.
The dirty bastards.
How dare he?
If Colin was on the pod, man, he'd be no happy. It's too much swearing words.
He'd been misting the leaves, the new man, misting like fuck. Listen, Chris can't stop laughing, so I'll give you mine. I'm going to give it an 8. That's what I've gave it on my IMDb. It's what I'm going to stick to. It's fucking fabulous. It's one of the 90s films that I've watched recently and it has stood up. Unlike Broken Arrow, Chris, know what I mean? This is plausible. It's great. The plan's great. The hero's great. The protagonist is great. you've got a dog in every fight kind of thing. You want to see them all winning. With regards to the good speed stuff, again, he knows his missus and unborn baby are coming to San Francisco, so he's going out his comfort zone. He's fucking chasing down Mason. He's stealing cars, and then by the time he gets to Alcatraz, he's fucking there, and he has to just go for it. You know what I mean? So, I can give Stanley a pass, man. I think he's smashing. Chris, what you getting out of 10, mate?
I'm the same. I'd get a 9, and everything you've already said. Know what I mean? Alright, it gets an 8. It's fucking garbage, and it's all because of that cable at the end. Nah,
An 8,
a 9, mate. A 9. Smashing. The action stands up. The humour stands up. The patter, the storyline, the acting. Know what I mean? And there's no like shitey CGI in there that you look at now and you go, oh, that's pure cartoony. Know what I mean? Everything's practical. And it was good. And I mean, how often do you get a film where, well, we're on here and we all understand why the bad guy's doing what he's doing? So
that's it. You've got empathy for the cause, you know what I mean? Whereas you think, all right, you're going to put it the wrong way. I mean, even if you fucking look hard enough, you realise Hitler had a fucking argument. However, you maybe not about it the wrong way, you know what I mean?
Cut that,
No,
cut that.
it's fucking true. It's true. Fucking Guy Fawkes had a point. Maybe went about it a wee bit the wrong way, you know that, but with Ed Harris, he's laboured his life. He's gave everything for a cause that isn't rewarding him or the people that died under him. So you're immediately fucking rock on, son. What's all this about? What are you standing here like fucking Uri Geller for?
I never thought I'd be sat something and went, fucking telling you, mate, Hitler, man, just misunderstood.
I never said that. I never said that. I'm just saying the wee guy had an argument. He had enough people that listened to him, and he's went about it the wrong way. But do you know what I mean?
Aye, but nah, aye. So it's 9s all round.
No, it's an 8 for me. I never blew my fucking sacks on it, but it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best films you can ever pull from the 1990s and watch again. It stands up, as you say. The practical effects are brilliant. I don't even think there is any CGI in it, to be honest with you, is there? It's just slow motion explosions and car chases and fights and all that.
Aye, everything a grown
The
boy
only
needs.
thing, the one kind of thing that sticks and fucking irks for me, see the shower scene, right? That firefight in slow motion goes on for a bit of a while. And then see the aftermath. When they're all dead, there's about 3 splatters of blood. Do you know what I mean? They're all upside down and fucking lying dead and all that, and there's about 3 splashes of blood on the walls. Like that. I went on for half an hour, man. The fuck are they shooting at? But they should have.
Those bloody Navy SEAL
Obi-Wan
actors are
Kenobi
sitting there
stuck
going,
with it at
we
the time
don't bleed.
and just went, it's over, Navy SEALs. I have the high ground. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no.
There you go, Colin. Star Wars reference.
Oh.
Right. So,
I love it.
I think we better wrap it up, boys. Before we go, Seismic, what's happening next week is Elf, you were saying, isn't it?
Aye, so tomorrow we are recording Elf. So it's just myself and Colin just doing that tomorrow. I am hosting.
I was turned up for that, aye. That's good of him.
Oh, so far, aye.
Thank him. Thank him for turning up for that.
We have just released the Seismic Soccer 3 episode. So you can check that out. It's on all platforms. So Christmas specials Elf, that'll be released next Wednesday. Then thereafter it'll be Home Alone 3. And I'm not sure who's hosting that one. Aye.
3.
Well, we've done Home Alone 1 and 2 already, I think, before my time. So I think the general consensus during our planning meeting was
I like the way you said that during our planning meeting.
so
You're fucking rogue. It's Home Alone. See, Home Alone 3, is that the one where the cunts, sorry, my 3 words. The people turn up at the house and they've all got the white on.
aye.
Aye.
I think it's quite underrated, mate. I quite enjoyed it when I was younger watching it, you know what I mean? So I don't really mind it. It's not the same, but that's where Home Alone franchise stops for me. I don't watch any other shite after it. So I'll gladly watch 1, 2, and 3.
He's been very generous there, but I stopped at 2 for me, to be honest with you.
Ah,
But
listen.
no, listen, if yous are doing it, I'm looking forward to it, because at News Day, I fucking love listening to these. I think these are great.
Oh, I
Really great.
appreciate that, mate. Thanks for the kind words and support, mate. It's much appreciated.
But I definitely went on your seismic soccer. I went
I
on it.
think, Paul, we're trying to get some guests planned for the new year. Is that right? Paul?
That's all coming.
Aye, so we lost Paul. So we're planning to have guests on Seismic Soccer in the new year, mate. So if you're interested, if Beefy's interested, then by all means, we'd love to have you on, mate, just to chat football and all that.
See if it's your episode where you go to women's football. Give me a bye, man. Go into that shit.
I don't
What
think we're
talk
that.
about men's football. Men's football.
Who knows what we've got down the line? We just kind of pick the topics randomly, like on the group chat. It's just like, do I talk about that today? And then it's just kind of, so it's quite good. It's like, and we all pick our own topics as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite good that way, and it gives everybody a chance to speak, and then we can just have a good conversation surrounding that, man. So I think the topics we've had so far is quite, diverse. There's a lot of variety in it. It's not just Scottish football; it's English football today, world football, and hopefully we just try to capture a bigger audience for the channel, and that's the kind of idea of it.
Keep it up. It's in its infancy, innit? And you're covering, as you say, 3 or 4 different subjects every episode, which is fucking great. Because when you pose your questions, I'm into it. I like that shit. I'm actually annoyed at the fact that Twitter doesn't let me fucking do what I want to say because you've all got so many characters on it. I just want to get into it with football. But keep it up, mate. You're doing great. Paul, Colin, 3s, 5es as well. The other 2 boys as well when they're on. Who Chris lobbed out the chat, which was a bit of shit. For doing that. But Chris, what have you got coming up?
I woke up to X has been removed, Y has been removed. I'm like, what did I miss last night? What happened? Oh dear.
Aye.
A bit too many
babies.
babies.
I'm doing that. By the way, listen, I withdrew his admin status straight after it. Chris, what have we got coming up?
You haven't been a patsy in your
episode
life.
2 of series 4? Can I change your subject? Listen, the 2 boys can get back in, add them. I don't care. I'll sell it to Scarf on that. It's alright. I'm only kidding. Chris, what have we got coming up? Episode 2, series 4, mate.
We're delving into the world of Guy Ritchie, and we're going to do a rock and roller. Most people I talk to like it. A lot of people haven't seen it, so it's time to bring it to the fore.
Aye, listen, I tell you what, it's up there with, in my opinion, it's up there with Lock, Stock and Snatch, Guy Ritchie wise. You watch it again today, mate. I've seen it about 30 times anyway, but you're like, fucking, this movie's still so good. Great patter, great actors, great scenes. Aye, stick ways. It'll be out on Monday. Whereas this one will be out tomorrow morning at 9 AM. Guys, right, so I'll set it for that. Which means I'm going to have to log off and do some editing until the wee small hours. Half pissed. Which is good. It's fucking It's so good. I swear to God. I swear to God.
It's good water, that.
Aye, just remains for me to say, Paul, James, thank you ever so much for coming on with us. Yous have been smashing. Paul, when you get one of your own Tinterweb dishes on your house, that'll be even better. Swear to God.
I appreciate having us on, mate. It's been a good laugh. It's been a long time coming, this, mate. So it has. So I'm glad we finally got you up at your bed at night time to do this.
How late is it? What time is it? Well, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning. Jesus.
Got to toilet a couple of fucking gremlins.
Too late.
Seriously, mate. Cheers. Much appreciated, mate.
It was nice to have you on.
Aye, definitely. So people, check out Seismic Soccer, Seismic Cinema on all platforms, YouTube, Twitter. I think you're on the threads, aren't you?
Aye, I think we're on the thread. I'm on the threads, aye.
Come back off that push.
Aye. Threads are shite.
Stick to what you know what I mean? You get no interaction. Stick with them, guys. They're fucking smashing. Everything today is funny. And their Seismic Soccer is picking up a pace, and I'm loving it. I'm actually getting annoyed when I log on and it's no fucking release chat. And then you hit out with 4 p.m. today, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, Jesus. I mean, I've had one coffee and I've got to wait another, 7 hours for this push to come on. Jesus. So, I stick with them, guys. And with regards to us, what's the script? Series 4, Episode 2 will drop Monday, which is the 11th of the 12th, 23. And it'll be rock and roller. And it'll be fucking, what's his name? Gerard Butler. Who I don't mind, actually. Even though he is a bit of a prick. I don't mind him.
Aye.
You know why he's a bit of a prick?
Aye.
Turns up
But
at
again,
charity matches at a certain stadium in a certain bit of the city.
Cheers everybody for listening, liking, sharing. Tell your friends. Make sure you've got a lot of time for us. We've got a lot of time for you.
Oh, you bastard, you've practiced that, haven't you? Hello, my name's Chris. I am the clock.
Something on the wing.
Hi, guys. Hi, Sam. Hey, guys. Cheery bye.
Cheery bye.